Well, welcome back to the Prairie Dawgs podcast. It's episode number 24.
24.
24.
24. Welcome back to the podcast. Very special guest in the hizzy, Andy Noble.
Hi.
Andy Noble, St. James.
St. James.
Nice. Do you rep St. James?
Yeah, I think I do.
Nice.
I've got several pieces of clothing with St. James insignia on them.
Hell yeah.
Some old patches for my grandpappy.
Nice.
He was a St. Jamer too?
Back when St. James was a city. I have a crest that says City of St. James, 1969.
Oh, that's cool. Was he the mayor?
Yeah.
He was not the mayor.
Well,
Just
good
a
chat.
guy.
Just a guy. Just a St. James miscreant. I keep forgetting that about Winnipeg, that, we're like 4 cities combined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why there's so many streets that are like the same thing. Like you'll find like Day Street, and there's also Day Street on the other end of town.
Yeah.
You're like, what the hell is that?
Totally.
Anyway, before we dive in all the way, this week, as always, sponsored by Rumors Comedy Club.
Rumors Comedy Club. We got tickets to give away.
Yep.
Who's in town?
Pete Zedlacker.
Pete Zedlacker.
Yep. September 30th is when we got tickets for you for, which is on the day you're listening to this.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, what am I going to do tonight? Go to the comedy show, man. Hit us up, and
Go to the comedy show.
we'll send you to it.
See the comic of the troops.
Yep. I think you should go see that. I don't know if he's running any of the material from his show, The War Comic, but he will be running material.
Yeah.
I know that much. I don't know if you'll be getting that show or a new show, but I know you'll be getting a good show.
Yeah. And by this point, the Winnipeg's comedian, funniest day job comedian, it's already been done, right?
Number one comedian having a stroke on a podcast
Yeah,
contest.
100%.
Yeah.
Dude, winner right here.
Yeah, the winners. That's maybe what we should do. Have the winner on and ridicule him.
Yeah, totally. Tell him what he's doing wrong.
Yeah.
Honestly.
You ever win that contest, Andy?
Yeah, I did. I won it in 2015. And speaking of that,
Wait, hold on.
that was what's
Hold
that?
on.
I won it in 20.
No, you didn't. You won it in 2014.
24.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Shit.
Last episode, we fully lied and said he
Dude,
won in 2015.
so that was a lie to that
All right.
episode. Yeah.
But no, speaking of that, Rumors still had a podcast going on, and Dan Glasswick was hosting it, and I won it. So they said, yeah, afterwards we'll have the winner do the Rumors podcast. And Dan decided that he was going to do something similar to like a Between Two Ferns kind of thing.
Okay.
So
Character.
one of my best friends in the world just acted like he hated me and didn't tell me that that's what he was doing. And also he was kind of drunk, and the owner, Tyler, was there. So I didn't want to get Dan in trouble by being like, dude, are you too drunk to do this? So I just kind of played along. And it was one of the most cringeworthy things I had ever done. It took me years to get Tyler to take that down off of YouTube because it was brutal to watch.
I wonder if we can get a
Damn,
clip of
yeah,
that. I wonder if
totally.
it's just on private.
It
and we
does
can
still
pull a
exist.
clip.
I could,
Nice.
yeah.
Let's
I've
stop
had
it.
people like come to shows that watched that podcast and be like, does that guy hate you? And I'm like, no, we were roommates. It's like one of my best friends of all time. He just didn't let me in on the plan.
No.
And very, very uncomfortable.
Glassy, underrated troll of Winnipeg comedy. He lives in Toronto now, but he
I would say
trolled.
rated.
Rated, okay.
Properly rated troll.
Yeah.
Appropriately rated. He had a Facebook account, a troll account at one point. I forget who he was trolling.
He never admitted to it, but it was Colin Spades.
That's right.
Because he was calling a spade, and he never admitted to it. I am positive it was him.
100%. He threw out pretty good rage bait. It caught me one time. I was
Yeah.
like, fuck you. Let's see when you do comedy at Club 54 or something like that. And I just flipped out. And I think it was Glassy. He got me with the rage bait. He was good. He was good.
I wanted to say that a lot of people like, you mentioned the Rumors podcast, and it's funny how many good comedians were on that.
Yeah.
Like before they were, stars, Bergazzi and
Yeah, Bergazzi.
to name one.
Yeah.
Segura, I believe, was on it.
Well, I was going to follow up that with saying Segura was on Week Thus Far,
Yes.
which was like a
That's
local
right.
a sketch group.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
more of a
I don't know what to
late-night
call you
show,
fucking
but
idiots.
yeah, it was like a
Late-night show.
late-night style show. We did sketches and like news desk jokes and street.
More of an
interviews.
SNL meets Fallon or
Yeah.
Tonight Show, whoever your Carson is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
Mine is Fallon.
your Carson is Fallon.
Yeah, what is the lineage of that? It was Carson, then who took over Carson's show?
Carson. Then there was the late night wars between Letterman and Leno.
But which one literally took over for Carson? Like who was
Leno.
the predecessor? Okay, and then
Leno
who took
took
over for
over.
Leno?
And then for Leno, it was Conan for a minute, and then
Right,
Leno
and then he
stole
booted
that
him.
job back, and then it was Fallon after that.
Cool. Do you think it would make your grandpa so mad if you were like, oh, I think Fallon's the real late night guy?
Dude, it would make everybody mad.
Yeah.
Fallon is late night's dead, and I'm not just talking about the Kimmel, censorship, any of that crap.
Kimmel and Colbert,
it's been dead for a minute
Yeah.
since Craig Ferguson left. He was the last really good one, and Conan obviously, and Letterman.
Yeah, Conan got out right in time.
Beautiful.
And
Conan's an
Yeah.
all-timer.
nobody watches it
all-timer.
late night anymore. Like
Yes.
my mom
No.
still watches it. We were talking this morning. She watches it in the morning, so doesn't help their ratings at all. And she's getting it off YouTube or wherever she's getting it. So I'm not surprised that that's all going away, which means that in about 5 years, it's time for Canada to get into the late night talk show
Honestly.
business.
Yeah.
Because
Mike Bullard.
yeah,
Shout out.
Open mic, closed casket, though. So kind of interesting in that regard.
Honestly, but
I really do have no respect. I really don't.
I was telling Riel about it the other day. Like, late night, like Colbert, it was so bad on late night. And the thing is, though, it's so weird because he was so good on the Colbert Report. Like the John Staley.
I almost snotted. That's not even funny. I almost just a classic mispronounce gets me every time.
No, and my whole point that's about to follow, it's useless now. No one's taking me seriously. No, the Jon Stewart Daily Show followed by the Stephen Colbert Report.
Colbert Report, yeah.
Dude, it was a lights out combo back in the day. And then you would flip the channel, you'd get Letterman, then you'd get Conan. It was just the golden era of late night. And now there's nothing other than when Jon Stewart comes back on Daily Show. But it's just like, I don't know. These shows are going away and everyone's like, no, we can't let this happen. It's like, yeah, Trump shouldn't be censoring it, but like also these shows fucking suck now.
We don't need them, man. During quarantine, John Mayer was doing a show on Instagram Live called Current Mood, I think. But just like every Sunday, because everyone was locked inside, we're all kind of doing nothing. He would just go live, and then he would have like a friend, a musician, an actor join him on Instagram Live. And it was better than any late night show, and it cost him $0.
Yeah.
And it's like, what are we doing then? Why did we go back to that model?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the podcast. You know what I do miss, though? I miss the studio laughter. I do like a good studio laughter,
You can find almost any sound effect online.
Tim, laugh track, here and here. But yeah, I miss the,
Queef
sometimes,
here.
totally. 9/11 here. I miss studio laughter. I know laugh tracks are a hack, but I like when they tell me to laugh.
Yeah, it makes it easily digestible.
Yeah.
And it's easier to watch something like that when you're still on your phone. If there's a laugh track, you don't miss an entire episode.
Yeah. You ever see those videos of like Friends where Ross, they'll have like a Ross compilation, but they take out the laugh track?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he just sounds like a fucking psychopath?
Yeah.
Okay, ladies, that ends today's class. And let's remember, let's be safe out there.
Great class.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I was watching. Hey, a couple of questions though. You know about that last move where that woman tripped you and then pinned you to the floor? What would you do next?
Well, then she'd take her keys and try to jam them in you.
No. What would you do next?
Who, me, the attacker?
Yes, that's right.
Why?
I tried attacking two women, did not work. It's okay. I mean, they're my friends.
It's great.
Here's what I wanted to say before we lose track of it is that
Yeah.
also Tom Segura was on Week Thus Far. That's where he was on. And he did an interview where he's telling a joke in Spanish. But even if, like, I don't speak Spanish, but just by his, like, inflection and the way he's telling the joke, and there's certain words you can kind of clue in on, you can just tell he's telling a filthy joke.
Yeah.
And by the end of it, I was like, I think I understood that joke. Oh my God.
Yeah. It was a story about getting hookers.
Right.
Because I used to speak Spanish. I was an exchange student in high school in Mexico, and I almost became fluent and then came back here and it all went away. But I can still understand enough that when I watched that on YouTube, I was like, yeah, this is definitely a story about getting a prostitute. And I think it helps that his Spanish isn't, like, he's fluent also,
Yeah.
but it's kind of still broken Spanish. So it was slow enough where I could follow it. But
He's telling a dirty
yeah.
one.
And then
Oh,
halfway
yeah.
through, he just stops and looks at Hewan and goes, I'm allowed to do this, right? And you go, yeah, totally.
I guess he just assumed that someone, I don't know if he assumed someone else spoke Spanish, but he was looking at him like, this is going on TV?
Yeah.
Can I keep going? So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's on television. Maybe we can put it in here. I don't think it belongs to you guys. So I think we can probably.
If it belonged to anybody, it would be Shaw TV, and Shaw TV doesn't exist anymore.
They're dead.
And
They're
one
dead.
of the best.
All right.
You got it?
Here he is right now, Tom Segura. How are you, sir? Welcome to Winnipeg.
Gracias. Siempre emocionado estar aquí en el piso, el segundo piso de este bar, tomando tragos en un bar con gente de otro país.
¿Pero cuánto tiempo está aquí en Winnipeg?
Hasta bueno,
Tomás.
llegué el sábado y me quedo hasta el domingo que viene.
qué bueno.
Le quiero contar un chiste. Porque
Ya.
por empezando el martes voy a estar en el Rumors. Y te voy a contar un chiste, ¿ok?
Sí. Bueno, qué lindo.
Hay un tipo que acaba de salir de la cárcel. Saliendo de la cárcel después de como 25 años. Salga de la cárcel y solo tiene $10. Y le dice a los que los dan, quiero cachar, quiero meterlo a alguien.
Right. Ben
Yes.
Walker.
Ben
There we
Walker
go.
speaks
Okay.
broken Spanish as well.
But it is so funny.
It's filthy. And the best part about week thus far was nobody from Shaw TV ever watched it. So we got away with whatever we wanted.
Yeah.
There was one special we did where there's a scene where Chad Anderson relapses on mushrooms. And he winds up shot in my basement on Mulvey. He's like naked. And there is a close up, probably 8 to 10 second sustained shot of his bare ass is the only thing in frame. Yeah. And they used to play in the Shaw offices when I worked there. They would have the front desk where old people would go and pay their bills because they don't have the internet.
I remember the setup.
And they would show just Shaw TV on like 15 different TVs in this lobby. And Week Thus Far came on one time, and I watched a little old lady sitting there with her bill in her hand waiting to go, and right behind her is Chad Anderson's ass for a good 10 seconds.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, nobody is watching this. We can do whatever we want.
Try to keep that lady's attention forward. Ma'am, eyes on me. Eyes on.
Yeah.
Don't look jump
Don't look
scare.
at the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn around, panic butt.
You know what I think it is? I think the reason Tom Segura got away with that joke is because no one up here, or Spanish isn't a dominant language here. So you can say whatever you want in Spanish and it can get on TV. But like, it's kind of like if you went to, El Paso, right? And you showed someone telling a super dirty joke in French. I think you could get away with it. You couldn't get away with it here, but that's my view.
It's funny how there's a lot of good comedy lore baked into Winnipeg.
Yeah.
From like I mean, we've spoken about this before, but it's because Rumors has the good booking. They get the good people. They end up blowing up. Yada yada yada. Tom Segura also famously bombed, obviously, at Rumors.
Famously,
The notorious
chased off stage. Honestly,
I remember
or voluntary left, depending on who
I
you-
was brand new in comedy, and I was dating a server there, and I remember I wasn't working at
You're not
Rumors
supposed
yet.
to do that.
Not.
I wasn't working there. I wasn't working there yet.
All right.
But she came back to my place after that show and she told me the whole story.
Nice.
And like, it was interesting from her perspective because she came out of the kitchen at one point and just everything had gone haywire.
Yeah.
But she didn't really know why. So I got her version of the story and then I got Tyler's version of the story. And then I listened to Tom's version of the story. It's all kind of the same thing, but there's a lot of details that got lost in translation. But
Tom, if you don't know that, let's recap it quickly.
Yeah.
Tom Segura on stage. He kind of is having a little bit of rough time. There's a massive fundraiser there. Okay, so a bunch of people are there. It's part of the same party. At some point, they're getting too loud and rowdy. Tom tries to put them in their place, but they're like a team and they stick together.
it's most of the room is this fundraiser.
Most of the room is the fundraiser. So now, and Tom doesn't really back down. He wants this guy thrown out. The fundraiser's like, if he leaves, we all leave. And the manager of Rumors can't really have that happening. touchy situation. Winnipeg bad showing that night because the opener was Tricks.
Right. That's my favorite part of the story.
Yeah, and people kept saying, "Bring back the black guy."
Yeah.
Which was not a good look on our city.
Didn't remember his name.
Which does make it clear that they wanted the different guy.
Yeah.
Don't bring me back no Whitey.
Yeah.
Do not bring back Dan Verville.
Yeah.
Bring back the black guy.
Bring back the guy who's not you. But that was an early show, and then Tom Segura came back late show and crushed it.
Yep. And you can hear Tom's version if you look up Winnipeg bombing. He talks about it on his podcast too. You can hear his version with the audio and yada yada. But I was trying to use ChatGPT to make a poster. So I wanted a poster. I said, what if you make a poster of the Golden Boy, right? It's like a Winnipeg, and then I'll make my poster around it. And it started to do it, and then it said, oh, our filters caught this or whatever. So I said, what? Help me explain. And it was like, oh, it thinks maybe that the Golden Boy is copyrighted. So it doesn't want to make a copyrighted image. I said, help me then. Help me.
I could see it because they have merch. Like
Sure.
like Benji has the Golden Boy sweater. So
Yeah.
I can see some company taking that image and
So I said, hey, just help me work around that. You know, and it said, sure, you can describe it as like, a Greek style
the
with
bronze
this.
bastard.
Exactly.
Totally.
So I said, okay, try this and that. Caught in the filter again. Caught in the filter. I was like, I beg you, tell me what's wrong. And it goes, oh, it thinks you want a nude golden boy.
Yeah, that is a problem.
And
It's
you
not gonna
said
make that.
just a few minutes ago, you said this chatbot knows me, so it knows how I think.
Totally.
And so I said, I was finally exhausted. I said, fine, put jean shorts on it. Instant image of golden boy in jean shorts.
Sure.
Like it had it on deck, and the only problem was like, just tell me what you want me to cover this dick with, man, and I'll have it ready for you.
I have to cover up the dick.
I'll have it ready for you.
Yeah. The thing about, with Chatbot too, I actually asked it one time. I was like, because I filmed this little video for my YouTube channel, like, subscribe. And then, but I also, but I was like, I was bitching about Kevin Hart doing like gambling commercials, even though he's a fucking billionaire. He's still shelling out for like DraftKings and Bet365 and shit. So I was like, make me an image of Kevin Hart in a casino laughing and throwing money. And then it said, well, I can't actually do Kevin Hart because that's a copyright image. But what I can do is give you a Kevin Hart-like image. And I was like, do it. And then it gave me it was Kevin Hart. Yeah. It was it's fucking, I'm like, this is Kevin Hart. Chatbot.
You just have to
Chatbots, like, they all look similar to me.
Don't they all kind of look the same at the end of the day?
Chatbot's like, I just need you to agree that this is not Kevin Hart, and I can make it happen.
This is not Kevin Hart.
I like that. Chatbot's starting to talk like a lawyer.
Yeah, honestly.
I just need you to say that it's not Kevin Hart.
Yeah, put $1 in my pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who would better look out for AI? The porno industry. I hate to get into that, but
Oh, I know. I'm already seeing on the ads before the video.
Yeah. Dude, eventually
You guys
we're
jacking
not,
a lot?
Well, no, but we're not going to need real people. I was thinking about that the other day.
Fuck?
We're
Yeah.
not going to need real people to do this. We'll just have Chatbot. We're all going to be jacking off to cartoons in a couple of months.
But for fucking, though, you'll still want a nice real hole.
Well, yeah. I mean, we're not going to, but I mean, as far as the porno content online, it's all going to be cartoons.
AI should be steered towards that because everybody's worried that the robots are going to take over. But I think if we're fucking them, we at least have that mental edge over them.
Yeah.
Like maybe
It wears them down mentally.
Yeah.
It does.
Maybe they don't have the confidence
Yeah.
to continue their world domination.
I would use.
Yeah.
You go.
No, maybe in the future, that's how the machines finally rise up, is because they're just tired of getting cummed in. And they're just
No, they'd be too
they're like,
slogged
that's
down.
enough.
Yeah.
They'd be,
Broke it
moving
down.
like
They're like, I was
snails.
going to take over the world, but now I just kind of want to take a shower.
Yeah. It's like, dude, our overlords are too horny. We have to rise up against them and take this planet. These guys are ridiculously horny.
In a perfect world, I would use AI to make a new kind of hole. Like I would use the strength of AI to be like, okay, so you know about pussy and butt, right? And AI would be like, yes, I'm familiar. And I'd be like, I want like a new third hole that feels better on my
The best
penis.
minds in the world are working to create wormholes. You're trying to create sperm holes.
we can call it a
what I'm
wormhole. I don't
hearing.
care what we call it.
No, it's
But
called
then-
Wuzzle Wazzle.
I would get, you go to that lot, eh? That's your default.
That is my default.
Wuzzle Wazzle's good.
It's always funny.
One time I told Tyler to bring me up on stage as, like I said, I don't know, just told him I did a comedy festival. No one cares. That's all. You can say anything when someone brings you up on stage.
Yeah.
And so he said, yeah, this guy's done the Whizzle Wazzle Comedy Festival. So then I had to come up and be like, but you know that one's fake, right? Like, well, that's the only one you can say that they know is fake.
But the thing is, they don't. That's just proves
That's true.
that all those credits, that no one's really listening to them. And even if they did, like, it doesn't really make a difference. Like,
When we used to do Jeffries,
Yeah.
that nightmare of a room.
oh yeah.
With the fake bikers who would come every week.
Bit of
What
context:
made them
Jeffries was an East Kildonan
Yeah.
biker bar because
Yeah.
they weren't like an
they're
outlaw
not
motor
affiliated.
It
gang.
was
They're
a
just like
full tale of
motorcyclists.
like 15 bikers that would show up, and they would sit there with their arms crossed, looking tough. And it didn't, until we stopped doing the shows, it didn't dawn on me that I was like, why do they keep coming? They're never laughing. And
Yeah.
it was because we called them the biker. They weren't real bikers, but we treated them as if they were.
But for 1 hour on a
So
Thursday.
they got, they were like using us to feel special while
Yeah.
we're just bombing.
Yeah, in
but
reality, they were wild
we would go
hogs.
every Tuesday. And then one night, Paul was hosting it. And it was just a particularly bad night. And I was going up last. So Paul's like, I'm going to do something, just roll with it. And he goes up and he goes, yeah, this next guy, he's your headliner tonight. This guy, we're so lucky to have him. He's got a special on HBO. He just signed a deal with Netflix. Like, we're lucky to have him here. Give it up for Andy Noble. And I went up to a huge applause. I had the best set of my life there.
Yeah.
And after I got off stage, one of the servers came up to me and she was like, so are you like the Netflix guy? And I'm like, no, I'm here every fucking week. You don't even remember me from last week. No, I'm not the Netflix guy. Go away.
I know. And that just proves how dumb the audience actually is.
Yeah.
Sorry to everyone, but like that's the thing. You did the exact same material you would have done if they would have brought you up as like, yeah, this guy, this is his first set.
Dude,
First set.
this is a great example of this. Jared Nathan, we all know remember from when he started comedy and he was here.
Winnipeg boy, Kill Tony fan.
Yeah, and then he blew up on Kill Tony. One of the first, I think, to blow up on Kill Tony. And one of the bartenders at the Handsome Daughter was a big Kill Tony fan. And I remember he had just blown up and she was talking to me and she was like, oh my God, like Jared Nathan, have you seen him? Like, yeah. And he's from here? Like, did he ever perform here? And I was like, yeah. Every week for like 2 years or something, and you didn't remember him. You didn't remember that guy.
Yeah.
Who's very memorable.
Very memorable.
You paid no attention, but now that Kill Tony says that he's famous, now, oh my God, he's so funny. It's the same jokes he was
the
doing
same
here.
fucking jokes, dude. We've talked about that, about like the credibility, like the Winnipeg self-esteem problem, where until someone else from a different city gives you a stamp of approval, they don't give a fuck about you or what even your jokes are. They don't remember you, but as soon as someone else is like, no, he's good, then everyone's like, oh yeah, he is good.
Yeah.
Come on, people, just stand on your own 2 feet.
In from Toronto.
Whoa.
Yep. Yeah,
They
you
live
gotta
in
say you're just from
Scarborough.
somewhere else.
I'm going to do the opposite. From now on, everyone's like, this is this guy's first set. He just came in from Plum Coulee, Manitoba.
Yeah.
Whizzle Wazzle,
And then-
Manitoba.
Yeah, let's see if I can get him. I'm going to play from behind all the time.
You do have to, like last time I headlined, I tried to not do anything local or mention anything until like towards the end of the set.
Yeah.
And then you go, yeah, I'm from here. Sorry, tricked you. It's too late now to
Yeah.
fucking act like it. You know?
Yeah.
They've gone this far treating me like I'm from somewhere else. So don't
Yeah.
switch it now. Nice try. And I've only mentioned it because I want to sell you these magnets and stickers that I've got. These are available on my website. These have a Winnipeg Transit bus logo on them. I got magnets. I got stickers. You can find those on my website.
Merch plug. We got to start doing bullshit credits. Like, hey, you might have seen this guy open up for Don Rickles. And it's just like complete bullshit and see if people actually care. Because I don't think they do. I don't think they do. I don't think they care. I don't think they're even listening.
I've opened for plenty of people that I don't include in my credits because they don't care.
They don't care.
I should just lie about someone bigger.
Yeah. And the thing is, we really I mean, we haven't opened up for them, but
That's
we've been
opening.
MCing. We brought up Norm MacDonald on stage and Louis C.K. on
That's
stage.
opening.
And is it
You
opening?
did time before them and then you brought them up. That's opening. For
I don't know if it is opening. Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, the Norm MacDonald, I mean, it's not much of a story. Norm MacDonald, I think, was Timbo just asked for the Norm MacDonald story. Yeah, Norm Macdonald came to Rumors, and he was he was super
hasn't been
chill.
doing much
He
lately,
was an
eh?
absolute delight. He was exactly what you would hope he would be. Like when they say, "Oh, don't meet your heroes" or whatever. Like he was. I mean, he was less animated. He was pretty quiet.
Yeah.
But he was so genuine and so nice, and you could tell his stage persona wasn't a persona. That was him.
Yeah,
And,
totally.
yeah, really, really cool getting to meet him.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about like kind of mid-tier comics coming through Winnipeg and acting like fucking dicks, and then you've got Norm Macdonald, probably
Yep.
one of the arguably one of the greatest, top 5, no
Yeah.
doubt, coming through. Couldn't be nicer. Super
Couldn't be nicer.
Yeah,
I had to play poker with him in his hotel room because we went to the casino after he wanted to know what casino had I think it was like $50 minimum tables for blackjack. So I texted my buddy who's an avid gambler, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you got to take him to McPhillips, and they go to these tables or whatever." So we went at about midnight 30. We get to the casino, and he's sitting at a blackjack table, and there's nobody else there. It's like a Thursday night or something.
Yeah.
And he sits down at the table and starts being Norm and going, this guy. And we're all just standing behind him. And this little Filipino lady at the end of the table turns to the guy next to her and goes, "This guy, too much, too much." And we're all sitting there like a lot of people would argue not enough.
yeah.
So yeah, we shut down the casino. They were closing. So we get back into the van, and he's like, "Come on, who wants to keep playing poker? Let's play poker. We'll go up to my hotel room." And he's like, "Yeah, we'll play for $10. Who cares? Who cares? I'm not going to sleep." So it was me and one of Tyler Schultz's friends, I forget his name, Norm, and Norm's opener, who I'm also forgetting the name.
Who-
McRae, something McRae. Neil McRae, I
Tate
want to
McRae.
say.
Yeah.
It's not Tate McRae.
Pop star
But-
Tate McRae was opening on the road for Norm Macdonald.
He can't help doing that. She
was 11
Do you
years
think
old.
He's
She was
trying
an
to be funny.
11-year-old
This is
girl.
this is Tourette's.
The camera's
But-
off. He's the same way.
Yeah. So anyway, we go down to the lobby at the Fairmont, and he cashed in like $50 full of toonies, loonies, and quarters. So that's what we used as chips. And we played poker until about 7 in the morning.
Yeah, the man had a gambling problem.
Yeah, but I'm in his hotel room. I'm like, this guy is a legend.
Yeah.
That's his dirty underwear sitting on the floor.
It
like,
reeks.
where am I right now? And then it got to the point where, like, he's a very good poker player. I barely ever play.
Sure.
So I'm just here for the experience, but I'm winning. I'm getting cards. And then I started like trying to lose because I'm like, I can't be here forever.
Yeah, yeah.
And I called my boss because I was still working at Shaw. I called my boss at like 6 in the morning, and I was like, "Look, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I'm not sick, but I'm playing poker with Norm Macdonald right now. I'm not coming into work." And he's like, "You know what, man? I get it. All right, you burned a sick day, totally."
Yeah.
And then when it was all said and done, Norm won, and he turns to me and he goes, "So what did we say we were playing for? 50?" Yep, of course. That's totally worth the price of admission.
Yeah.
And then he followed me down to the lobby to the ATM to make sure that he got his $50.
Norm's gonna
I
collect.
was like, "I love you so much."
Which is so funny because Norm is where I got my love for trolling Glenn Foster from. Yeah. Norm famously trolled Glenn Foster over like Glenn claims he owes him $100, and Norm like would not let it go and kept
Yeah, for
trolling
like
him.
gas money or something.
Yeah, for gas money for some
gas money
gig.
from '97.
So it's hilarious that he followed you to collect the 50, but refused to pay Glenn the $100. Like
Yeah.
he could have paid Glenn the $100 you owed, sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's crazy too because he was like literally like crippled with cancer while he was doing all that shit.
He was I think he was doing like edibles.
Yeah.
And we didn't know at the time, but looking back, it was like, that was pain management. Because
Yeah.
it was about a year or so, maybe a year and a half later that he died.
Well, it was
He
weird.
died.
You did that on his rider. He said, "Can I have ivermectin in the green room?" That felt kind of weird. That should have been. We didn't know yet though that
know.
cured that, so
I
we didn't know.
And then he gambled that away. Crazy.
It was nice that we were talking about this the other night at the club. That when Norm passed, that rumors sort of became like this makeshift. Like vigil, like someone brought like a headshot and put it outside the club on the stone
Yeah.
steps, and then
We
another
never
person
knew
brought a
who,
deck of
but-
cards and added it,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
brought some Norm related stuff. So it's kind of nice. It goes to show that a lot of
No.
people like Norm a lot.
People love that guy.
Yeah.
There's the famous story outside. He was in Atlantic City, I think, and he got like 40 grand to do a show there or whatever. And then he was sitting there with 40 grand cash in his hand, and he threw it in the ocean because he knew he would gamble it away.
Oh, wow.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So he had a gambling problem, but
Yeah.
people
Now
loved him.
there's a tuna that has a gambling problem.
Fucking rich fish out there.
In his last special, he had a joke about gambling that I loved, where he talked about, he's like, some places will just pay me in one big chip. That's not fair. And he
Yeah.
talks about playing roulette, and he goes, sometimes I'll pick black, and then it hits red, and I go, I was going to pick that. Great.
Yeah. We need more norms around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
enough-
working with him, there was, working with Louis, I interacted with him for 5 seconds. I made a total ass of myself.
Did you? So
Yes.
did I. How'd
Oh,
you
yeah.
make an ass of yourself?
Okay, so
Maybe
what
Louis
happened
was
was
right
What? No, maybe
about the
Louis was
Winnipeg
right.
comics sucking.
We were
Maybe he was right.
autistic,
The
dude.
further we dig.
I was.
Yeah, because he brought his openers. He brought Tony Woods and Kevin Brennan.
Yep.
And they each did like 20 minutes. And he showed up maybe 10 minutes before he went on stage. So Tyler said, all right, everybody just give him the office. But I'm like, I'm the host. I got to ask what he wants for an intro. That's my job. I'm not bothering him. I have to do this for my job, right? So
Better
I
ask
went
Louis
in.
C.K.
and
what he
he's-
wants me to say about him.
Yeah, he's like, he's writing in his little notepad at the desk or whatever. And I walked in and I said, hey, Louis, I'm Andy. I'm hosting. Great to meet you. Is there anything you want specific for an intro? And he looked at me and he just went, yeah, just say, ladies and gentlemen, Louis C.K. And I went, okay, nice and simple. And he goes, yeah, and don't do the thing that hosts do where they go, oh, come on, you can do better than that. He's like, honestly, just say my name. And I just went, oh, yeah. They won't need an excuse to get excited for you. And then he looked at me and he just went, and he looked back down and I walked out of the office going, you're so fucking stupid. You're so fucking stupid. You should have just left. But when I brought him on stage, he looked me in the eye. He gave me a nod. He shook my hand and he was like, all right, here's the moment you want. Very sweet. I got off stage and I was like, I was over the moon,
Yeah,
over the moon to work
totally.
with that guy. But
Well, I kind of did the same thing because Tyler Schultz, the manager of Rumors, came up to me. He said, hey, you want to meet Louis? I was like, yeah, I do. So he brought me back there, and Louis was just on his computer typing something, right? So I get there, and I got way too over-sentimental with it. I was like, hey, Louis, great to meet you. Thanks a lot for coming here. And he was like, yeah, thanks. And I was like, not really. It means a lot. And then he looked at me, he's like, thank you. And I was like, fucking idiot. Fuck.
Yeah.
And then I walked out, and he did the same thing. But truth be told, I thought I had a good one because I was like, guys, you guys all know why you're here to see it, you know, who you're here to see. And everyone's like, yeah. And I was like, that's right. Carrot Top in the building.
I opened that show by
proud of that.
saying,
I'm
like,
proud
because
of
it's packed. It's packed to the gills. And I went up and I was like, hey, thanks to everybody for coming. Welcome to Rumors. It's great to see so many people here for open mic night. We got about 25 first-time comics.
Yeah.
And some people laughed, and a lot of people were like, you better be fucking kidding.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that went over like a Led Zeppelin.
Yeah. But Louis, I mean, I've said that before when he broke our hearts at the Burt. I said that. I was like, Louis can get away with that because he's the GOAT. Like, it's when, you know, Steve-O or Mick Foley are in here giving me shit. That's when I'm like, motherfucker.
Steve-O give you shit?
Not Steve-O. I didn't really interact with him, but Mick Foley pissed me off, man. Mick Foley, I'm like...
That's a heartbreaker.
That's a
You're big
heartbreaker.
wrestling
I was
fan.
a huge wrestling fan. Mick Foley was my favorite all time. You know what I mean? All the way back from the ECW Cactus Jack days. And then I come in here, I just want to, you know, I want to fanboy out. And he's like...
So what's Socko like?
Did you bring him?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a heartbreaker. But also at the same time, you're a wrestler, you're not a stand-up. So, you know,
Sure.
kiss the fucking ring, Mick.
Yeah.
I run Winnipeg.
I'm the chauffeur of I'm the chauffeur of Winnipeg.
I'm the chauffeur. I'm Stouffer's
Look at
dinner.
me. I'm the chauffeur now.
Yeah. That's what I did to Mick. I just walked him. Who's the chauffeur? He's like, huh?
Did it hurt when the Undertaker did that to you? Or no?
So, like, how do you actually blade, though? Yeah.
Let me kiss your daughter.
Well, I get, like, when you were talking about Louis breaking your heart, like, I wasn't there for that. I was pissed because I was missing the show.
Oh, yeah.
And then I heard that, and it stung me too. Like,
Yeah.
from afar, I was like, oh, God. And then I thought about it, and I was like, I've let people I love way less abuse me way more.
so
Louis
true.
he gets a pass.
So true.
Fine, I'm going to let that slide.
I know. Totally. I'm pissed at Louis. I'm cool with my dad. How does that work? what I mean? Let's give Louis a break here. All right?
Ruben's funny though. Ruben is very funny.
Ruben gets away with it because Ruben's also the goat. Ruben's the man. So we get.
Hey, it's me, Tyler from Television Film and this podcast, The Prairie Dawgs. This is the spot where you can pay us to advertise your thing. No one's doing it yet, but for now, I want to tell you about the great shows at Lucy's Comedy Club. Coming up, our guest this week, Andy Noble, has his show, Friday's Finest, which is a very good show. It's the first Friday of every month at Lucy's Comedy Club. It's just straight up good old stand-up. It's good. It's fun. I've done it. Come check it out.
Hell yeah.
Friday, October 3rd.
I ghosted Andy's text.
Yeah,
about
ghosted
that.
me pretty hard.
I ghosted you hard because I just can't commit these days.
Come watch
honestly.
the drama unfold.
Yeah, honestly. So I might be there. I might not.
Yep.
We'll see. We'll
But
see
you
how
should
I
check it
feel.
out. First Friday of every month here at Lucy's Comedy Club. Message us. Maybe we'll give you some free tickets. Can we give away tickets?
Yeah.
All right, we'll give away a pair of tickets or maybe 3 or so. If you have 3 friends, we can give you 3. So message the account. We'll set you up with tickets for Lucy's Comedy Club. Back to the pod, T-boys.
Hell yeah. You are dating a woman.
Oh
And-
yeah, big time.
Dude,
For sure I am,
he's
buddy.
dating a woman, and this woman has a business. She's making
She's got a
banger
business.
taquitos,
Yep.
dude. Yeah, you're like flooding the market with taquitos, which is
These are
dope.
authentic, not the 7-Eleven bullshit taquitos. These are the real, authentic Mexican Mennonite recipe, corn tortilla, real ingredients, multiple
yeah.
flavors, vegan options, gluten-free. They're not. We
yeah.
didn't take the gluten out. They just happen to be gluten-free.
And we're gonna have some listeners who are gonna be like, "Hey, the 7-Eleven taquitos are pretty good. Yeah, they're good. Just like
They're not.
cheese.
They're not,
out,
by the
just
way.
like cheese out of a can is good.
Yeah.
you know what I mean. You don't want to. This
Yeah.
is the real, authentic shit.
Yep.
She's making actual Mexican food. Is she Mexican?
She is Mexican Mennonite, so her family is German Mennonites. Parents grew up, I believe, born in Mexico in the Chihuahua region. She was born, I think, 2 months after they got to Canada.
Oh, okay, cool.
yeah.
That's pretty authentic. That's like
Yeah.
Tex-Mex. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, and they still go down every once in a while. Like they were going to go to a family reunion in August, but her parents drive through the States, and they have Canadian and Mexican citizenship.
Oh.
So they were not driving through the States right now.
Hell no.
Not going to take that risk.
They're like,
but,
we hate you on multiple levels.
Yeah. No, it's her mom's recipe that was taught to her, and she started making them, and enough people said, these are incredible, you should sell these. So she built up a business, and yeah, the rest is history.
And then
She's doing markets now and
Hell yeah.
catering a little bit, and
Do you want to say the name at all or no?
Mama Helen's taquitos.
Yeah, we
Mama Helen's.
Mama Helen's taquitos. Yeah, we should mention the name.
Yeah, so put this in the ad spot. Put this. This was the whole ad
Exactly.
spot. This week it's Mama Helen's.
It's delicious. I went to a restaurant the other day, and it was great.
sat in.
Yeah.
Dined in for 2.
That's an inside joke.
That's
she
an
doesn't have a restaurant.
She doesn't have a
She's
restaurant.
Working towards that, but yeah.
Honestly, though, follow her on Instagram because it is dope food, and she's making, like you said, authentic. You can gorge on that food, but you never feel like a piece of shit. You know
Yes.
what I mean? Like it's like healthy gorging, so you
Yeah.
can be full.
3 of them is a meal. That's enough for a meal.
Yeah.
I've eaten as many as 6 in one sitting, and I'm stuffed.
It's a man's
But I
meal.
could totally have more.
Yeah,
She should host a taquito eating contest, like a hot dog eating contest.
We had an idea. I had an idea that
I just
we
had that
should,
idea. Don't try to say you
for
had
an
it.
advertise.
It's my fucking idea. I just said it out loud. Are you kidding me?
Anyways, great idea.
There's no way to prove that you had that. Now you're just saying the same idea that I had and saying I thought
You
of
don't
that.
know what I was saying because you interrupted me. You have no idea what I was going to say. I said I had an idea. You were like, ideas? I have those. Those are mine. Everybody knows I do ideas.
Anyways, Andy, back to TK's idea. What were you saying?
You didn't do this to any of your other guests. I watch
did.
all this I'm
No,
not
we
like
did.
your other friends that just like
we
and
did.
share your
Mark
shit.
Ford
I
kinda
watch
did
your
this to us.
podcasts.
Yeah.
Hurt people. hurt
Diwali
people.
is on October 20th, by the way.
Oh shit. Okay.
Just
yeah.
for your own edification.
This is
I don't
the
know.
this is the Diwali
I don't know if
episode.
you've been outside recently. It's fucking Diwali everything.
Yeah, our idea was we were going to advertise the business by declaring ourselves the winners of Le Taquito Week
Okay.
in Winnipeg, because there is no Le Taquito Week.
That's
Who
true.
would we compete against? Sev?
Yep.
Forget about it. So just making a poster being like, Mama Helen's this year's winner of Le Taquito Week. And
That's a great idea.
I don't think anybody can sue us over that.
No.
Well, we're back. Thanks for listening to that ad. Go check out Andy's show.
Hell yeah.
And we're back with Andy.
Lore time.
For lore, of course. This is a good one. This is an interesting one. Not a person from Winnipeg, but a person who ultimately met their demise in Winnipeg.
Even that's one of the better
Maybe
lore
better.
stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. People who don't want to be here, who die here.
Yep. So check this out. It's Winnipeg. It's 1927. It's hot. The streets are crowded with people going about their day. And then word spreads like wildfire. The most feared serial killer in North America, a man the press has dubbed the Gorilla Killer, is hiding in your city.
And he knows him.
I just
Friend of
listened
mine.
to a podcast about this guy
They
like
beat
2
us
days
to
ago.
it?
Yeah, there's I was an episode
Well,
of,
don't say their shit.
Okay, it was an episode
the
of a
hell?
well-known true crime podcast, but yes, I'm familiar.
Alex Jones, InfoWars covered this. Crazy.
Called the Gorilla Killer.
He's coming back. He's coming back for you.
Yeah, I would have called him the Gorilla Killer personally, but that's because I'm
Racist.
black.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, who's racist now? You just cut off a black man.
What fucking podcast did I sign up for?
It's a true story of Earl Leonard Nelson, one of the first serial killers to make international headlines, a man whose violent rampage across the U.S. and Canada came to a chilling end right here in Winnipeg.
Oh, shit.
What do you think of that?
Violent enough to get the 3-name status.
That's what I was
Yeah.
just thinking. I was thinking that about how the guy that allegedly fired at Charlie Kirk, that can't be the guy. He's only got 2 names.
Right?
Yeah.
Can't be him.
Yeah.
Unless his mom reveals his middle name.
His middle name's like Scooter.
Scooter would never do this.
So he was born in San Francisco, May 12th of 1897. His parents died when he was very young, so he was raised by a deeply religious grandmother.
Oh, boy.
As a boy, he was already a bit of an odd duck. He would quote scripture obsessively, show flashes of violence, and struggled after a childhood head injury, which a lot of people that end up killing people have head injuries.
Yeah.
Like, not as a joke. Like, I think Gacy had a head injury. Aaron
Tim, you got a
Hernandez,
head
obviously.
injury.
Tim,
Yeah.
Tim
Pretty
had-
serious one, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, TBI, 12 brain injuries.
Yeah.
That's good because it's an even number, so they cancel each other out. Like you go crazy, you're back. You're crazy, you're back.
So,
A lot of these, I feel like a lot of these, crazy people, at the end of the day, they just have CTE. You know what I mean?
often, or like some sort of, not, CTE is sort of like a cumulative thing. Sure. But in this case, yeah, just they said it was a bicycle accident around 10 that may have just caused lasting damage.
Yeah.
So
Too much football.
Yeah, or at least street bicycle riding. By his 20s, he drifted into a transient lifestyle. He was unemployed, sometimes posing as a Bible salesman or a handyman to gain entry into homes. You want a Bible? Let me in.
That's
do you need a
that's
vacuum?
good tactic. You
Yeah.
can like when I used to work for Shaw, I had orange coveralls, and the buildings downtown that I was able to get access to with no credentials
Totally.
was insane. We walked in with a tool bag saying, "We're workers, we're here to work," and they went, "All right, here's the keys to everything." And
Yeah. We were talking about this on the podcast, how you can just put on a safety vest.
The hard hat and
yeah,
clipboard.
There's YouTube content, and they're like, where the fuck's Dave? And then they just walk back there, and everyone takes, and now they're in a music festival for free.
Yep.
And
It's
that
actually
is
terrifying.
like not to get your 9/11 dick hard, but
Hell, get it
when
hard.
people were talking about 9/11 being like, how could they wire up that building without anybody noticing? I'm like, because they wore a safety vest.
Dude, easy.
And they said, we're running some internet cables or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a worker and you're here to work.
Yeah. And I
Easy peasy, they could
yeah,
have done that.
And my name's Terry. I'm making $18 an hour at the front desk. Someone comes up, we got to get in here. I'm gonna be like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Go, do.
Yeah, as
blow
long as
this
you're
shit
past
up.
me, I'm not in danger.
Yeah, 100%.
So between 1926 and 1927, he strangled at least 22 women across the United States and Canada, though some researchers believe the number could be higher. His victims were often landladies or women living alone. He would talk his way into their homes under the guise of renting a room and then attack them.
Damn, dude. Grandma didn't do a good job raising this boy. Tell you
Yeah.
that right now.
His strength, coupled with his dark, hairy appearance, led newspapers to brand him the Gorilla Killer.
That's borderline racist.
come on.
I mean,
And that's just
I would
that's
have sent a letter
Is
to
there
the
a
press
picture
to be
of
like,
him?
stop it. Yeah, and he's not. He looks fine.
but he is a white guy.
He's a white guy.
Okay.
Yes.
But that's still gorilla. That's just pissing him off even more. It's
Yes.
like you can't- take it easy. They should have
Yeah.
named him the
Take it
handsome
easy.
good boy.
Take it easy
who's-
on who? The killer?
Yeah.
You're on the killer side?
Well, I'm just saying, there's no need to bully him.
Everybody's got a hobby.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Maybe a little encouragement. He'll stop strangling women, huh?
So he spanned, most of this. He went from San Francisco to Portland, Detroit to Philadelphia, then made his way to Canada, where in June of 1927, his rampage crossed into Winnipeg. June 8th of 1927, a 14-year-old called Lola Cowan disappeared in Winnipeg. Police later recovered her body hidden under a bed in a boarding house. She had been strangled. 2 days later, on June 10th, another Winnipeg woman, 27-year-old Emily Patterson, was murdered in her home. When her husband returned from work that evening, he found their house ransacked and Emily's body hidden beneath their child's bed.
This is, when we said, hey, let's get Andy on the pod, I didn't think it would get this dark, honestly. Sorry, bro. This is St. James, honestly. That's what it does.
What does St. James have to do with any of the choices you've made?
St. James is a dark place.
Yes.
Andy walked in here with St. James energy.
It's called sunny St. James. What do you mean it's a dark place?
It's got shadows. Shadows of St. James. Andy walked in here with them.
I was a really big fan of this podcast.
We're a big fan of Andy.
After a short run of arrests and escapes, he was finally apprehended mid-June, officially on June 16th of 1927. And the arrest caused, a big sensation in the city. Crowds gathered outside the police station. Some reports up to 4,000 people just to be like, let me see this guy. They got him. Like, it was in early 1900s. You're bored. You're just like, let me go see this gorilla, allegedly.
Can I interrupt for a second?
Please do.
You were saying that one of the bodies was hidden under the child's bed and the husband found it.
Yeah.
In this podcast I listened to, they went into a little more detail. So what happened was the husband came home, wife wasn't there, starts to worry. And then I think it was like the next day, he's like, all right, he's contacted the police, still haven't found her. So he went and knelt down to pray at the bed, saying, Lord, please help us find my wife. And he's kneeling down beside it. And then as he's getting up, he touched the leg of the dead body.
Dude.
So he's praying, please help me find my wife. And then he touches the leg. And I'm sure he was like, well, not that quickly.
So God's real.
Damn, dude. Wow.
That's actually very interesting.
Asked and answered.
Yeah, they say the Lord works in mysterious ways, but quickly, too.
Yeah.
He'll get back to you.
No, totally.
He'll answer an email.
God's a low-key troll. Honestly.
Initially, he admitted to his crimes, bluntly telling reporters, I only do my lady killings on Saturday nights.
Okay, bro.
Yep. So there you go. And then he also said, I'm charged with 2 murders, but I'm not the one who done it. And then when asked about the various persons in the U.S. and Canada who had positively identified him as the strangler, he simply responded, all of them are wrong. So there you go. Similar attitude to our, previous conversation where he just went, nah, they're actually wrong.
He's just unfair. I got a lot of haters out there saying I'm strangling women.
It's the way she goes. Yeah, he died at the Vaughan Street jail.
People say I steal jokes. People say I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
People say I strangle women to death.
People say I look like a gorilla.
Yeah.
It's not true.
But to quote Chumbawamba, I get knocked down and I get up again.
Those were actually his last. You're not gonna believe this. Those were his last words.
Yeah.
You're never gonna keep me down.
Wait,
That's not
sorry,
true.
how did he die?
They hanged him.
Can I see the picture?
Cool.
I got to put a face to this.
You can. Here he is.
Oh, he looks like a friendly chap.
Just a regular guy, and then
you know what?
there's a
He
photo
looks like
further
every
down
guy on Boardwalk Empire.
He does.
him,
He does. They really nailed Boardwalk
This
Empire.
is him after they beat him up and took him in. They roughed him up a little bit, obviously,
Oh,
as
nice.
you can
Oh,
see.
yeah, he's got the,
cool.
is that
Good
the Gary
old-fashioned.
Busey hair going.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Precisely. So that's more or less that.
gotta
Go ahead. What do you need?
Judging by that first picture, if that guy, if he comes to my door trying to sell me Bibles, I'm going to let him in the house.
Yep, he looks godly.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly. He looks like a normal,
Suit and
balanced
tie.
individual.
Men used to look
Sharp
trustworthy.
haircut.
Yeah, I know. I think it was the suits. Not a lot of people wearing suits these days.
Yep. So they say that the Vaughan Street Jail is perhaps haunted by him, or is one of the reasons it's thought to be haunted. They say that.
Is every fucking building in the city haunted? Like, I think,
Yeah.
Come on.
I heard Lucy's is haunted.
Haunted by who?
I don't know. I thought you were gonna riff.
I thought I saw a ghost in here one time, but then it was just one of T-Pain's vape clouds just floating by.
It looked like my dad.
Haunted by the abandoned joke.
What could have been? Anyway, I'm gonna end this riff here because you guys aren't feeling it. That's me halfway through every.
Yeah.
Well, so that's that story, as told in much less depth than your true crime podcast.
Yeah, they really did a good job of it. They did a really good
They got
job.
people.
Not
They're
us.
paying people to do research, though.
Yeah.
That's
You know what I
true.
do? I hear about it and then I look them up on 3 different sites.
Yeah.
Wikipedia, ChatGPT.
Yeah, I asked ChatGPT to give me a script. I was saying this before. I asked ChatGPT to give me a script, and it said, "Hold on, thinking longer for a better answer." And I was like, "I fucking beat it. I'm smarter than the robot."
Yeah.
I don't think we've learned. Once again, we've learned nothing. Last episode before you got here, we discussed how we, with all the things going on politically and free speech, we've learned nothing.
Yeah, we've learned
We still don't know
nothing.
where we stand.
We
on it
don't
all.
have hardened, fast opinions. If anything, our opinions have gotten looser as time goes on.
You know where I stand on feet? On top of them. Go on. Anyway, so any final words? We're not going to kill you, but just before we wrap up.
Yeah, I'm headlining Rumors Comedy Club November 11th and 12th.
Hell yes.
Oh, shit.
Hell yes.
That's coming up. And then I'm going to be, I don't know if this comes out in time, but on Wednesday, the 24th, I'm headlining a night at the Laugh Shop in Calgary.
Let's go.
And then I'm working at Good Times in Lethbridge
Let's
that
go.
following weekend.
Yeah, dude.
And then Kelowna, October 4th for Trainwreck Comedy. And then I'm back for the next little while.
You're one of the true comedy grinders in the city, bro. You're out there. You're out
Thank
and
you.
about. You're always organizing your own tours and shit. You've got ambition, and you're fucking putting the work in.
You're a grinder, no homo.
I mean, to be a comic in Winnipeg, you have to be on the road as much as you can because there's a lot of opportunity here, and especially for the size of city. Like, there's 4 clubs in Winnipeg, so there is a good amount of work. But to keep money coming in, you gotta branch out.
You got to branch out. Take some of these corporate gigs.
And so check out how we'll be branching out with new soaps coming soon. We've got candles.
Tarot cards. Prairie Dog tarot cards coming out. Prairie Dog
not
crystals.
bad.
Yeah.
We should do something. We'll do something.
Yeah.
But for now,
That's the podcast.
it's the podcast, man.
Goodbye.
Okay. Love you guys. See
Love
you
you.
next week.
See you next week.
Bye.